What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. What a stream we had last night. We had one of the craziest streams, first of all, in Pat's Path Predictor history, number one. But we also have a lot of other stuff that we're going to be going over tonight, and we have a lot of things that we're going to be talking about with you right here. We are once again talking about the one and the only Invest 97L. We have a full house once again. Tonight we're going to go ahead and do some introductions. First on, we have our moderator for tonight, one of our moderators from Storms United, Yoshi. Yoshi, say hello. Could you speak? I don't think I didn't hear you. Could you say? Oh, yeah.
My mic itself was muted. I'm
You're
sorry.
good.
Hello,
You're
lads.
Good. All right, let's go. Next up, we have Delta. Delta's back for the stream again. Delta.
What up, everyone?
Yep. We also have Weather Kingdom. He is starting on the stream tonight. Weather Kingdom.
Hey, everyone.
Yep. We have Fast as well. Fast, go ahead and say hello.
Hello, everybody.
All right. We have Charlie. Charlie is one of our tropical analysts. Charlie, say hello.
Hello.
All right. And then we have LTW. He's on tonight. LTW, say hello.
Hello.
All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Right now. Before we get started, though, there are a couple things I do want to acknowledge. Number one, we have over 100 concurrent viewers already, and we just started streaming, and we haven't even gotten to the main meat of the stream yet, which, first of all, thank you all for showing your mad love and support. It's been such an amazing blessing to have this. And secondly, before the stream even started, already have a $20 donation by Swimpson. He was hyping us up about 15 minutes to go. Like the stream, let's get this party started. He has already donated $20 to the Pat's Path Predictor channel. Thank you very much for the donation. We really appreciate that. It was also really crazy how things transpired last night with that. And we'll have to see what happens tonight. But before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and get into the main meat of the stream. Starting off right here, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go to the NHC advisory, and then we're gonna do some analysis on this, and then we're gonna start talking about the latest updates, what may be going on, and going on from there as well. And as Peter Moss just donated $10 as well, let's get this show on the road. Indeed, let's go ahead and do that. But we're gonna go ahead and be a bit more organized tonight than we were last night when those were rolling in. So, yeah. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to the National Hurricane Center right here. Already another $5 donation by Robert Ian Lane right here. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And then what we have for you right here is kind of what we've been watching for the last several days. This is Invest 97L, and we already have a 90% chance of formation in 7 days. 2 days ago, this was only at a 20% chance of formation. Now we're at 90%. As this system is over the Cabo Verde Islands. I'm going to go ahead and read out the NHC's advisory, and then we're going to go ahead and get the team's opinions and analysis on this and get their thoughts on what's going on. So here's the situation. Showers and thunderstorms continue to show signs of organization in association with a well-defined low-pressure area located over the eastern portion of the Cabo Verde Islands. Only a small increase in organization could lead to the formation of a tropical depression as the low continues to move across the Cabo Verdes tonight and on Monday. Regardless of development, locally heavy rainfall and gusty winds are expected to continue tonight and Monday across the Cabo Verdes, and the areas in interest there should monitor the progress of this system. even if a tropical depression does not form over the next day or so, environmental conditions appear conducive for a later development, and a tropical depression or tropical storm is expected to form by the middle to later part of this week while moving westward to west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic. If you are hearing the terms expected for tropical depression or tropical storm this early out, that is quite something. That is something you're going to need to take very, very seriously. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our team that is currently in the call, and I'd like to ask for initial thoughts, their opinions, and kind of what they make out of all of this. And whoever would like to start can go ahead.
I will. Um, Hello, I'm Yoshi. I'm one of the tropical analysts here. So, this system and its meteorology is very, very complicated. First off, some people are saying it's a tropical cyclone, and other people are saying it's not a tropical cyclone. You can make arguments for either way, but we're going to wait until the National Hurricane Center themselves says is one. So, right, we got a lot to talk about on the track strength and whatnot. And we'll go over that later. I just want to tell everyone that this thing is really complicated. Just as complicated as yesterday for those who were on the stream yesterday. You know that the patterns and whatnot, we had to talk about a lot going on because of how complicated it is.
Yes.
It's going to be really hard to forecast. So don't be surprised if this does change over the next few days.
All right. Okay. Would anyone else like to join in?
I would also just like to add on to Yoshi, and just to make it clear that not only is the system complicated, the future potential track is complicated, the environment is complicated. It's a whole can of worms, and you're just going to have to take it as it comes before we know for sure in the future what could transpire.
All right. All right. Go ahead, Weather Kingdom.
I completely agree with both of them. It's been complicated, and I mean, I've been watching as much as I could with the trends and everything, and you know, I was in the weather chat and just saw a new thing with the European ensembles for the 18Z, and it just looks even more complicated than before. You got a big batch out to sea, and then you got a big batch making some impacts to the United States. And honestly, we just have to wait and see on everything.
All right. Thank you, Weather Kingdom. Anyone else would they like to add stuff?
I'll go.
Go ahead, Charlie.
So what I'm seeing is that with current observations with the surface and satellite we have been seeing for the past 2 hours, it has been really sustaining convection in like a big blob, and and it is technically moving into 25 degrees Celsius waters, which is just below 80 degrees, for if you don't know the metric system, I think.
Right.
But anyways, even then, we still have this big blob of convection, but the convection around it hasn't really been flaring up much, and that's probably a product of that. But it is really interesting to see, and I've also been watching the surface observations on the Cabo Verde Islands, and you do see those the wind barbs. You do see that, like the cyclonic rotation. So, like kind of what Yoshi said, it could go either way. There's some evidence to a tropical depression, and there's some evidence to non-tropical cyclone.
Yeah.
And we will have to wait for what the National Hurricane Center, their analysts, think about that. And it really does determine because if they do say it's a depression, then that data into the models will definitely, I think, will give it like a change whether it's an invest or a depression. And it is very uncertain, like what Weather Kingdom said. So that is my thought.
All right,
Can I
absolutely.
add on something?
Go for it.
What I've been noticing for the first time with one of the models, I know it's more different, but the European AI
Mm-hmm.
has started to become a little bit consistent in the last 2 to 3 runs.
All right.
But it's an outlier in my opinion for now.
Okay. All right. We'll get to that in a little bit. But is there anything else that we'd like to talk about before I kind of go to the next thing? Because there are some interesting developments I do want to take a look at.
No, not really.
Okay. All right. So,
Pat, we did just get an update here for future reference. I'm not sure if we should talk about this in like 5 minutes or whatnot, but we did just get an update that the SAB does now have this as a tropical depression.
oh,
Not the National Hurricane Center, to be fair, but the SAB,
could you show
which
me
is
that?
pretty much like, yeah, I'll forward that.
Yeah, please do it.
Tropical
'Cause I'd
WX
like.
discussion.
Yeah, it's. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. Is that in there? Oh,
Yeah, I just forwarded it.
that's interesting. Um.
Quote, the low-level circulation is under a large cloud OVC, pretty much like a ton of convection centered, resulting in a DT of 2.0. A DT is like Pat can explain that. Pat, can you explain what a DT is?
A DT.
Real quick, I don't know how to
I'm
explain.
looking at. Yeah, that's Dvorak technique.
Okay,
Yep.
awesome. Some, I assume that should say easterly shear impacting the system. Met equals 1.0 and PT is 1.5. FT based on constraints limiting FT to 1.5 for initial classification. Pretty much, they go off, the SAB goes off a system of 1.0, was it 0.5? 0.5 or 1.0, I forgot,
Yeah.
to 8 or 8.5.
Yeah, that's Dvorak
So,
technique. Yep. Go
and
ahead.
this can translate to certain things. And 1.5 translates to a higher end tropical depression,
Yeah.
which they do specifically classify.
Yeah. So the could you share with me that data in live no mic so that way I can take a quick gander at that? So,
Yeah, sure. Someone just gave me the link to it.
all right, please send that in. I want to see that because at this current point, if that's like if that's legit, and this is and we can confirm this with other sources, that would be very vital to what's going
Let
on.
me get you the link now.
All right, thank you.
Because I have the link to the thing itself.
Mm-hmm.
You said live no mic
Yep.
specifically.
Yes, I'd like to take a look at that.
Bam. Link is there.
Yeah, this is
a raw text.
This is from NOAA right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an internal source from NOAA that's looking at this right here. So, well, are there any other sources that we can that we can look at for this? Because
Pretty sure there's 2 sources. I'm pretty sure TAF-B also said something like that. I do have to check though.
Yeah,
Real quick. I'm not as sure.
Because if that's the truth, then this is a new ball game tonight. So, yeah, but in the meantime, while we're looking at, we've been streaming for 16 minutes and we already have 225 people in the stream. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. Share your stream with your friends, family, and all of that. Everyone you know. We'd really appreciate that here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel. So yeah, it's not only even been 20 minutes and we have so many people tuning in right now, which is unbelievable. So yeah.
One of my friends who knows about this stuff is saying that TAF-B did at 18Z did show estimate a T1.5.
All right.
I'm trying to get the source before I say it fully, but
Sure.
I am hearing that TAF-B did fix it as a tropical depression also.
Okay. That would be interesting. And considering the NHCs, if they do go for it, would be in a little bit over would be in a little bit over an hour. That would be very telling to see what would happen. But well,
Mhm.
that's what we're already banging in with some interesting news. That's for sure. So yeah,
There's
okay.
probably going to be interesting news all night, especially if we stay for the 0 runs.
Yeah, we're gonna stay for some of those for sure. So yeah,
Awesome.
okay. Now that that's out of the way, I do want to kind of do some quick analysis. I'm on satellite imagery right now just to kind of do this. It's been sustaining intense convection for quite some time. Actually, I want to go to tropical tidbits and zoom in to 97L right here just to kind of show the evolution of, I'd say, like the last 24 hours or so. Right here, so go back 144 frames and show what's been happening with that. So you had convection starting to fire off last night right here, and then you start seeing it starting to weaken a little bit as morning started to come in the United States. It kind of started to level off with the convection, but then as the sun started to go down across parts of the Cabo Verde Islands, you started noticing more deep convection starting to blow up, and it's been consistently doing that for the last few hours. So that is definitely an intriguing update right here, because before, when I was looking at this convection last night, my initial thinking was, okay, is this going to sustain itself? Is it going to hold, or is this going to do what kind of invest convection does, where it kind of popcorns up, explodes for throughout diurnal maximum, and then weakens, and then falls and levels off during diurnal minimum? So that's always been the question I've had going through with this, but it looks like as of right now, it's been sustaining convection, and we've seen quite a few developments with that. So yeah, so thoughts from the team about that?
On the satellite appearance,
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, we have a few things to say about the satellite appearance. I'm getting it up right now, actually. So, the satellite appearance, you guys see in the middle of the storm, there is these whites and even pinks. That is what we call an overshooting top. And this was centralized. It's only one, but it's right near the center. So, if I can get my tweet up here, what did I call it?
Yeah.
I called it a pinpoint overshooting top. So a pinpoint overshooting top in something like this. I'll just bring up the quote actually. Quote,
All right.
pinpoint overshooting tops in a developing tropical system indicates a tightening vortex and likely finishing tropical cyclone genesis formation. This usually is near or on top of a center, allowing forecasters to easily identify the center in these scenarios. And yes, this storm does appear to have one, a fairly strong one too. So, one, that's likely where the center is right now. But two, it's increasingly gaining a vortex, meaning that the pressure is lowering too. And finally, that this is either very close or it is a tropical system. So
Wow.
we can tell a lot about this just through an overshooting top, and also that we have this general general convective pattern, meaning that it looks like a healthy storm. Now, according to SAB, this does have shear coming from the east.
All
So that is giving it a bit of trouble here, and we do kind of see that look, as that overshooting top isn't directly in the center. It's slightly closer to the east, which is likely where they got that from. So, but the thing is that it's on the borderline of 25 and 26 degrees Celsius waters. And it doing stuff like this, it has to be in an extremely healthy environment in all other factors to do something like this. So just keep that of note. And an open system usually doesn't have this amount of convection. in waters that it is right now. So that just gives it more credibility to the fact that it may be very close to being a tropical system.
That is interesting.
So we do have some evidence for that.
Weather Kingdom, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Not really. I noticed there is a little bit of shear on the system,
Okay.
but right now we have a pretty good few hours lately has been with convection, and I think this is going to be a gradual developing storm. I don't think it's going to go crazy, but for now, but I think it's more when we get into the western parts. That's when things are going to get more serious
Yeah. All right.
with development.
Oh, all right. Thank you. Okay, we had another $2 donation from Swimson. Let's start a train. Who's got the $3 and $4? Thank you very much for the dono. I appreciate it. We also have almost 300 people in the stream right now. So like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. Let's try to get another 50 subscribers tonight to get to 12,800. That would be mean a lot. That would be very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and try to do that. So, yeah. With that being said, definitely quite a bit more convection than what we had previously. It's not just that we have more convection too, it's also that it's more consolidated as well. It's a lot, it's kind of a lot more concentrated too, because before, if we were seeing a lot of convection firing on all cylinders but it remained disorganized, it wouldn't mean too much other than there's a lot of convective activity around a broad area of rotation. But when you're seeing convection like this in a very concentrated pocket, that's something you're gonna want to pay attention to. So by and large, this is kind of something we're gonna have to pay attention. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. This is something you're going to want to watch, and when you see convection like this that continues to bubble up, that's a key indicator of, okay, things are getting interesting now. This is something you're going to want to watch. Also noticed it was making an attempt at an outflow boundary as well, right here in the earlier parts, start around like 2021Z right here. It had a little bit of outflow moving through here, but it kind of started to die off. So we'll have to watch that. But that's something to pay attention to. One thing I do, just out of curiosity, because I know this could be a bit of a hindrance, is the potential dry air in that area. I want to take a quick look at the water vapor imagery in that region. Let's go ahead and do let's go ahead and do that. Here we have the last 30 frames. So yeah, basically, you do have some dry air to the northeast of it that could hinder some potential organization and development, at least in the short term right here, especially as it's moving into cooler waters towards the Cabo Verde Islands. So we'll have to watch that as well. But to the team, what are your thoughts on the dry air to the northeast, and do you think this could potentially be a bit of a hindrance moving forward?
I do believe, yeah, it will be a hindrance in the near term. Until it gets further west and into warmer waters, where we'll be able to have more heat from the ocean or sea surface temperatures to sustain more convection.
All right.
Yeah, I also think that it could be a hindrance.
All right. All right. Thank you. Anyone else?
So I know earlier I sent this to the tropical chat,
All right.
and the satellite observations of the Saharan air layer, it is a bit more on the stronger side, like right northwest of the system. So I think when it does move west, west northwest north,
Mm-hmm.
in that kind of direction, I think it will be overall a hindrance. It depends on how much convection it continues right now. But I think with the cooler waters, the eventual cooler waters, and the dry air, I think it ultimately will be a hindrance until it gets into the warmer waters.
Let's say this system becomes a tropical depression tonight. does this kind of get classified, have that closed low, and then potentially weaken and just become a tropical wave until it gets to warmer waters? Is that a possibility?
In my opinion, that is possible, but we do have warm tongues that'll help it out, and it's still going to be on the border of the 25, 26 Celsius. Tonight is probably going to be its coldest waters. By tomorrow, it's going to likely start to reach that wall over at 35 to 40 degrees west that are full of warmer sea surface temperatures. And also, since I didn't answer it last time, the dry air, I don't think it'll be a problem, at least for what I'm seeing.
All right.
We are trying to see it and train into the storm, sure, but all of the hurricane models do want it to go into a better area soon enough in the next couple of hours or so into tomorrow.
All
By
right.
by late tomorrow, it'll probably be in a better environment and will start strengthening once again.
Okay.
So, it's totally possible that it could weaken, but for right now, I'm not expecting it to.
All right. We got another $20 donation in this chat by the Enrique. It's starting. I'm really starting to think this is going to be a major hurricane. Thank you very much for the $20 donation. We really appreciate that here on the Pat's Path Predictor channel and at Storms United. Thank you. We really appreciate any support you guys have given. Also, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. But yeah, Yoshi, did you have more to add, or are you good?
I'll wait until another segment.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's. All right. I do want to mention, because I was pulling this up, I have the water temperatures right here for those in the audience tonight that are currently watching this. Where it's at right now is in an area of about 25 degrees Celsius. For those of you living in the United States, that's about 77 degrees Fahrenheit. That's below the water temperature. That's below the water temperature you need for tropical development. It can happen in this water temps, but it's highly unlikely for that. But we'll have to see we'll have to see how that pans out. But then, as it moves further to the west, you're going to be in about 26-ish, 25 to 26-ish, until you get to about 35 to 40 degrees. 40 degrees north, right here, where you start to see, as Yoshi was pointing out, that wall of warmer and warmer water. By the time you get to the 27 Celsius, which is about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 80.6, you're at about 40 degrees west over here. You're starting to enter that, and that's the warmer waters we're looking for in terms of organization and development. And then, as you start to get to further to the west towards the Lesser Antilles, in terms of longitude, you're at 27, 28 degrees, 29 degrees, especially as you get to the southwestern Atlantic, and that is the big areas that I've been concerned about. So we're gonna have to watch how all of this will unfold moving forward. It is interesting to me, though, how, despite it moving through cooler waters at this current point, it's still producing a lot of convection, and it's still organizing despite moving through those waters. That's very interesting, right there, to say the very least. So, yeah. Oh man, that's quite the development we've had right here, but.
One of the reasons it's able to be so convectively active and unstable in these waters is because something Eric Webb, a meteorologist, pointed out.
Oh.
Quote, "I suspect the low-level convergent portion of a Kelvin wave is already hitting Invest 97L out over the Cabo Verde Islands, giving it an additional instability boost against marginal SSTs. Last night's Euro 700 millibar forecast for 0Z showed this evening shows this as well. Pretty much a Kelvin wave is a large rising air,
Yeah.
large amount of rising air that travels across the Earth. It's different from the MJO for people that know that. It's smaller, it's a more small scale feature and quicker, but basically think of it as a smaller, less potent, quicker MJO,
Yeah.
right? So that'll help it out a good bit. It's going to introduce a whole bunch of rising air, which is good for storms and a bit of instability. So that's why it's able to do this. And due to the fact it'll keep moving in by tomorrow, this just gives me further confidence that it's going to be in enough instability as to where it can keep doing what it's doing until it gets back into warmer waters.
All right, thank you. Spirit Wolf White Tea with the $1.99 donation. I'm in Virginia Beach. Do I need to still need to track this? I would still keep an eye on it, but it's too early to determine what the exact threat's going to be. Way too early to tell at this point. But thank you
I'm
very much
back,
for the
by the way.
donation.
Yep.
What's up?
I said I'm back.
What's up, Weather Kingdom?
Hello.
Yeah. We're talking about kind of how this has been organizing despite moving into cooler waters, which has been pretty interesting. So, yeah. Woo. Okay, live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting storm.
For sure.
Wow, it is doing good on convection.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Anyway, yeah. All right. So now I want to go ahead and move on, and I want to talk about some of the guidance we've been seeing, because we have the 0Z guidance out right now for this area of interest, 97L, right here. I have the track guidance pulled up, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen to those on the Discord right here in the call. I'm about to show you this. Here's the track runs that we have for you right here. We're going to show the intensity as well in just a second. But here's what we have going on for the track. Track's been kind of interesting, to say the very least. It's expected to start moving a little bit less west-northwest and more so towards the west as it moves through the main development region, around, I'd say, about 17-ish to 18 to 19-ish degrees north in terms of latitude. And then it starts to make more of a west-northwest turn in about 72-ish hours as it moves towards the southwestern Atlantic. And then from there on out, it starts to turn a little bit, starts to make a few curves towards there. That's something we'll want to watch. But I do want to compare this actually to what we saw at the 12Z and the 18Z. Let me go ahead and show the 12Z right here. This is the 12Z that we had right here. 12Z was definitely a bit further, kind of further to this. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. Okay, 12Z was definitely a bit further to the west, and it didn't have it recurving as quickly as it was right here, but the majority of the runs were still somewhat consolidated. And then the 18Z runs were kind of having it a bit further to the east, actually, in terms of when it starts to recurve. So we're kind of seeing that back and forth with these runs right here. What are your guys' thoughts on kind of the evolution that we're seeing with these track models, and what should be the biggest takeaway?
Do you want me to go?
Anyone can go, yeah.
I mean, I've been watching that, and I know there's been a south/west shift in the models. I do think that is something we do need to watch. And right now we're in that wind chill effect where, one run can show it closer to Bermuda, the next run all the way 200 miles closer to the United States. The biggest takeaway is we are seeing a southwest shift in the models, and we have to see if that continues through tomorrow, because if it does, it will more than likely bring impacts closer to land than if it was further out to sea. As you were just showing with the latest 0Zs, a little bit further west
Yeah.
and south than the 12Z. That is something to keep an eye on. Honestly, it's the 0Z model runs tonight that we have to keep an eye on. I think that's going to be big. One thing, though, is like I said before, the APHIS. I would definitely keep my eye on it. I'm not going to say it's I would say it's an outlier, but it's a little weird that, I mean, APHIS is new, but something to have your eye on.
For sure. Yeah.
For the next couple of days.
Yeah, we'll definitely look at that a little bit later. But anyone else? Do you guys have any thoughts?
I'd just like to make a point. Go ahead, Yoshi.
No, you can go. You can
go ahead, Delta.
I just also like to make a point that everyone in the chat that's concerned about where they are, their home, impacts the United States. It just goes to show, looking at this graph, that we still have it's far too early to tell you really anything. If anybody tells you that your town or city or country is going to get hit 7+ days out, they are lying to you.
All right. Yeah, it's to your point, Delta. It's just by that point, it's so highly uncertain that you're just gonna want to wait and see how that happens. And I would argue that at least for right now, you can take this day by day, and you can kind of because there's plenty of time to kind of watch and go, okay, how is this system tracking now? Where can we go? We have time on our side to figure out where exactly this is going. This is going to be over open water for at least the next week or so. And then from then on out, we'll have to see how the impacts pan out. But Yoshi, I know you had your hand up. Let's go ahead, and I'll turn it over to you.
Awesome. The models, at least in the short term, do agree on a couple things. First off, they do agree that soon, likely by tomorrow, we'll see a much more west motion, and we've already been seeing a conversion from a mainly north motion to a western motion. The thing that, and we've seen more agreement on the fact that we may see a west-southwest motion soon enough in the MDR.
Oh.
And that's where that's where the agreement kind of ends. By hour 120, we start to see a lot of different perspectives from the models. So we got more northern solutions from the GFS, and that's mainly due to the fact that GFS really underdoes ridges, and it really likes troughs.
Yeah.
So that will steer it, and in basic terms, GFS really likes forcing these storms more northward, even if it's way too much. The Euro has trended south lately, and the AIFS, the AI version of the Euro model, has actually stayed. The AI Euro model is probably the most consistent model we've seen with this system so far. It's been fairly consistent with a southern track, closer to the islands, closer to the United States. And we've seen lately the hurricane models also go more south, along with TCVN and the other track-only models.
Okay.
So it's certainly going to be very interesting. We got to look at, one, what the models are actually saying, two, what the models have been saying in the past, and three, the trends, obviously. And putting those pieces together, we still don't know what's going to happen. We're slowly getting an idea here, but we're basically seeing more of a windshield wiper effect for today so far. And 0Z has the chance to either end it if it decides to go more south, or it will continue it if it decides to go more north or more towards the east even. So it's going to be a very interesting couple of days, and it's not going to be an easy couple of days for the forecasters.
For sure. And before we get to okay, all right, there's something I do want to point out, but before I do, is there anyone else that would like to speak before I shift over?
I would.
All right.
I just want to say, yeah, just take these malls with a grain of salt, and expect them to change, but still be prepared for anything that could happen, especially the South, and the North, like just on the East Coast.
All right.
Like some malls want a Florida landfall, some malls want like a northern turn. But yeah, just be prepared.
Okay. All right. There is something I briefly want to pivot on, and this is something that I think both Yoshi and Charlie. I'll turn this over to you guys because you guys have been have been talking about this the most. Right now in the Pacific, we have Hurricane Henriette. I believe that is Henriette right here. That's currently northeast of Hawaii. I have seen the chats, and I've heard that potentially the influence to that could strengthen the ridge and could impact 97L. Would you guys like to kind of explain your thinking behind that, or do you think it's a little premature to talk about that?
Well, I wouldn't say it's premature to talk about that because hurricanes from other places in the world can affect ridges and troughs. Take an example that any Western Pacific typhoons that go up into the polar regions would affect ridging in places like California and Arizona, up towards British Columbia. The Central Pacific can do the same, but I believe, for what I hear anyways, a bit more towards the east, more towards the eastern United States and the Atlantic.
Yeah.
And we have seen at least a correlation between the modeled strength of Henriette and the strength of the ridge.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very interesting to look at. And I want some of the people smarter than me to talk about this, see if I'm right, whatnot, because they know a lot more about this than me.
Yeah.
So
all right,
I'll let them talk because they know a lot more.
All right, I'll turn it over to Charlie in a second, but before we do, Swimson with another $5 donation. What timing you're asking about, Henriette? We're talking about that, and you just threw that in. Thank you very much for the donation. We appreciate it. But Charlie, go ahead, and I'd like to turn it over to you, and I want you to kind of give your own thoughts and analysis to this.
So to the current positioning of the Hurricane Henriette in the Central Pacific, I definitely think it can affect the ridging, with its especially ridge pumping is the tropical cyclones that affect its outflow, and it can add more air and mass and build up the ridges. So that's basically kind of a short term what it does.
Yeah.
But I think because the National Hurricane Center originally, like a couple days ago, they did originally forecast it to be a hurricane, but then they kind of dropped off to tropical storm. And now it's forecasted to be a Category 2 hurricane. And I think because since this development has been pretty rapid and recent, I think it will overall change the models. And I think I think it does have a really good chance of changing the ridge. And I don't know if it will be a significant change or a light change. But I do think, and I was thinking about this earlier, but I saw on the what do you call it, the hurricane, like the half A and B, and they kind of had it a bit more west, like just north of Puerto Rico. And I think it might be because they might have hinted on the Henriette storm being a bit more stronger. And then with that, they may have also caught on with that, and then the ridge might be stronger. and that also might be why 97L will be a bit more south and west, so it could be all connected like that. And overall, I know Delta sent in the latest on Ensemble, and it got even more uncertain to South Florida and then all the way up to curving to Bermuda, and that is difficult for forecasters because that really doesn't help us at all. Like what Yoshi said, it also could be you do have to consider a windshield wiper effect,
Yes.
which that basically is things can trend in one way, then later on they can trend in another way, and they can just go back and forth. That's my
Absolutely.
thought.
All right. Thank you very much, Charlie. Okay, there's someone in chat right here. I'm an amateur meteorologist. Steering currents should be favorable for a westward track and then some spread later on. Honestly, I think as of now, it will track a little bit more to the west than expected. We'll have to see at this current point. I think the next 48 hours will be very interesting, to say the least, of what happens. But in the meantime, though, be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm reading something John just sent me. He personally thinks that it's a depression or even a potential tropical cyclone at this current point. That's just what he's talking to me about. That's his own conjecture right here. Yeah, the CDO is getting really organized with that, but. Yeah, like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. Also, feel free to join the Storms United Discord server to get access to the behind the scenes as to what we're doing and kind of the analysis that we're doing behind the scenes of the stream right here. It's the pin chat above. Be sure to join that. We're gonna have staff looking at and getting you guys in, so that would be really appreciated. But in the meantime, I do want to go ahead now and pivot over to intensity, because this is kind of the main thing everyone has been talking about. So here's what we have for the intensity guidance right here for the 0Z. And just for context, we're going to pull up the 18Z for comparison. So the 18Z right here, 18Z guidance basically had a majority of the runs here had that around Category 2 to Category 3 strength. But by this point, this is like what, 5+ days out. Right here, and the system's at 35 miles per. The system's at 30 knots right here, 35 miles per hour. And it's more of a gradual increase before it starts to get a little bit more rapid. Here is the 0Z, and this is interesting because based on the guidance, at least for right now, we're looking at potential tropical storm strength in the next, I'd say, 24-ish hours to 36 hours. And then we're going to potentially see, at least according to these ensembles, starting to get up to around hurricane strength in the next 3.5 to 4 days. And then from then on out, the majority of them peak it at actually around Category 3 to Category 4 strength, which is very concerning right here. But keep in mind, this is just one spread of the runs. They've been fluctuating a little bit back and forth. So please do keep that in mind. This isn't gospel. This is just guidance. But I do want some thoughts from the team about what they're seeing with the latest guidance.
So yeah, I just got here. I'm
Hey,
sorry
Ian.
I'm late, by the way. So yeah, I'm sorry I'm late.
Don't worry about it.
I just want to mention that yeah, I think these model runs are becoming, just in my opinion, more and more concerning, not just with intensity, but potentially more of a westward shift is what that's what I've been hearing across the Storms United server.
Yeah.
So this is so from what I know, this has garnered a little more of a westward trajectory, and and I'm pretty sure that would put quite frankly the Lesser Antilles in the line of fire as well, and then Bahamas and possibly the U.S. in the line of fire if this trend continues.
We're still a little early for that right there, but
Okay.
I do right now. But I will say this: all the trends I've been looking at have been a little concerning, to say the very least. So, yeah. But yeah, in terms of the intensity, man, like, what's your take on the spread?
Oh, it's scary. Like again, I've mentioned this before and I'll say it again. Like you said during Milton, when Milton was just forming, this has a very high ceiling.
Oh yeah.
This has a super high ceiling, and oh, sorry, I'll let you go, Weather
No, go
Kingdom.
for it. No, go for it. I was about to say no
Oh,
one's disputing that.
yeah, no one's disputing that, and it's I'm just worried if this like hits. I'm not even gonna say anything right now, but if like again, the East Coast hasn't seen a very strong storm in a long time, so this. I'm not again, but this is still far out. I'm just gonna say it right now. This is still far out. Take everything I say with a grain of a
Sure.
real big grain of salt. But I have a feeling if this was to hit the U.S., I'm thinking the most likely scenario, in my opinion, would probably be either Eastern Florida or the Carolinas. That's just my take. Let's just take that with a grain of salt.
I'm gonna.
Like
Okay, thank you very much.
a massive grain of salt of that.
All right. Anyone else?
Can I say something?
Go for it.
This is for like the track. There's something that I just want to, say. I don't know if you guys see it too, but it does have more of it does happen. I don't know if it's tomorrow or tomorrow night, but a west track, it starts turning west. But
Mm-hmm.
also, I'm noticing too is it can go a little bit for a period of southwest, and the storm can actually jog further south, something like Irma, in its early stages. But I think it will be less of a southwest turn. But I would like to see how that progresses and how long does a southwest, or let's say west southwest movement goes when it does happen, because that will be very crucial for when it starts turning north or northwest.
Yeah, that's gonna be very critical moving forward. Anyone else?
I would also mention if it does go farther southwest, then that just makes it worse. That means it's more likely to hit land. Again, I'm not again take it with a grain of salt, but I feel like that's just a reality at this point. If it does go further southwest, then that means it's going to hit more land areas, and
That
that would
puts more areas at risk for sure, but we'll have to see what happens
yeah.
with that.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
the
the
main.
next
Oh, go ahead.
yeah the next 12 to 24 hours I think are going to be more critical.
I think 24 to 48, in my personal opinion, just because of the amount of time
Yeah.
we have with
Yep.
this.
Yeah, that's
But I think the main thing we need to stress about is we should not panic about this at all. We should be looking at the information we have. We should be looking at the data, and we'll keep you guys updated as that comes out. We're just looking at the data right now that we're seeing. We're looking at the trends, some of which is a bit more benign, some of it's a bit more concerning, and we're kind of trying to dissect it and pick it apart. That's what we're trying to do right here, and I wanted to make that perfectly clear. We have almost 300 people on the stream, guys. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. But while we're doing that, I do want to turn it over to other people and get their takes on kind of everything we just heard.
yeah. And oh, sorry. Do you want to go first, LTW?
No, you go. You go.
Okay.
All
I
right.
was also gonna say if like again, we're not gonna panic about this right now. The only time we would start panicking is if this truly does become a more likely threat to land. That's when we would start panicking. I
We wouldn't
feel.
even want to panic either. We'd want to remain calm, and
That's
we'd want
true.
to look at it we'd want to be urgent. We'd want to say, "Hey, we're urgently watching this."
Yeah, we're just urgently watching this. But I mean, if it, for example, if this thing was coming towards North Carolina, then I would start panicking because like I have family in South Carolina, and I used to go to Ocean Isle Beach, which is a little beach town, not right near the South Carolina border, kind of like in between Myrtle Beach and Wilmington,
Right.
which is actually right where Isaias made landfall.
Yeah. We'll get yeah, I've talked to you a little bit about that. We'll get there
Yeah.
when the time comes. How does that sound?
Yeah, we'll get there when the time comes. Again, it would just be more scary for me because it's personal.
Yeah, personally, I understand.
personal reasons. And seeing Isaias make landfall there was just so eerie to watch.
And that was only a Cat 1, but LTW,
That was
go
a
ahead.
Cat
Oh,
one. Oh
LTW,
yeah,
go ahead.
go ahead, LTW.
I would also like to say that it is also kind of scary and nerve-wracking because it could very well be a very big threat to just it's just a big threat.
Sure. A big threat with a lot of unknowns. For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I would like to just about the intensification. It
Right.
has it does have a pretty high ceiling. I'm not gonna like say oh, it's gonna be like an extremely major hurricane. I'm not saying that because it's just so early right now. But I do say the more west it does go, it will be in more warmer waters, and it will be in more ocean heat content, which can further support more strengthening. But I feel like right now we should be mostly well, not worried about watching the track, and then maybe get more of an idea of what the track will be. Then we can focus on intensity. But for intense, it does have a pretty high ceiling, unfortunately. But then again, it can easily just go out to sea, so it won't be as much of a major land problem. But it still can have indirect impacts if it goes out to sea, like rip currents and high surf.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Um, as I was to say, yeah, to follow up on your thing, yeah, I think the best case scenario is this thing just rapidly intensifies quicker than we expect, and then it can just go get yanked out to sea potentially.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would favor a more northern path due to Coriolis, and then when a trough potentially does come, it'll be a lot easier for it to get yanked further up to the out to
Yeah,
sea. That this is
yeah,
one
but
of
I'm
those
gonna.
rare scenarios where maybe where this system maybe intensifying at such a fast rate would be a better outcome. It's
Yeah,
not very rare you say that, but when you deal with systems that are going to be out to water for the next week, that's something you got to weigh in your mind. But we'll have to deal with that when
yeah,
that happens.
yeah.
But
Considering how strong the ridge is, and considering how this is probably just gonna remain steady for now, I, at this point right now, say it's I'd say it's like a 30 to 40% chance this does go out to sea. The chances aren't zero, but I feel like, at least in my honest opinion, this is take it with a grain of salt. In my honest opinion, I think those chances are starting to decrease a little bit that it goes out to sea.
I want to
That's just me.
see what the next day of model runs comes in as, and I want to see what what Henriette does to the ridge. Those are the two things I'm watching for
Oh
that. So
yeah,
that way we can see how it initializes and how it can ultimately react to that. So that's what we're dealing with in that. Anyone else?
No, not really.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay, we're good. Okay, we got.
I was on something else. What are we talking about now?
We're talking. We were talking about the intensity of intensity guidance of 97L.
Well, me personally, I don't want to say anything right now. We don't even know if this is a form system. I'm confident in it, but some people have some good reasons why it's not a tropical system. So I believe it is inappropriate. I wouldn't say inappropriate, but unwise to talk about intensity right now, especially in something as volatile and as uncertain as this.
Okay.
Just me
Sure.
though.
All right. That's a fair statement. That's yeah. All right. Um, with that being said, though, let me. With that being said, I think we can at least take a look at some model guidance and at least see what the trends are going for. The 0Z is going to be in a little bit later. We're gonna be staying. We're gonna be staying live for. We're gonna be staying live until until the 0Z guidance, at least for the most part, does start to trickle in. For those of you who do, for those of you who are tuning in, so we're gonna be here for quite a while. But at least as a starting point, I want to look and see. Okay, what's kind of been going on. Been going on today with our models today, and what have they been looking at, and what have they been paying attention to. One thing I do want to take a quick look at, and I want to highlight this because some people in chat earlier do. Some people in chat earlier do. Excuse me, I'm stammering a little bit. Did want to look at the look at the ridging and all of that stuff. Let's go ahead and kind of take a look at that because I want to I want to show our audience what we're looking at and kind of why this is a bit we're looking at a bit of an uncertain situation in terms of potential impacts and all of that stuff. The answer to that, it boils down to basic synoptics, and what we have for you right here is we have a pretty strong ridge that's currently building off over here off the coast of Canada right here. You do have this trough, which is this blue area that starts to move into that region. But then in the next 5 days or so, you have another ridge starting to build back up and actually get pretty strong over parts of the eastern United States and Canada right here. Now, the main question is this system either A, going to get strong enough to get pulled in by a potential trough that forms in the Atlantic, or B, is it going to get, or B, is another system going to yank it out to sea? As stronger systems do have a tendency to do that because their tracks become a lot more volatile and a lot less uncertain. Right here, there is a developing trough that does start to kind of get its act together, but then you have this ridge starting to build in, but then you have over here actually a trough that's over Newfoundland and parts of Labrador as well that you're going to want to watch that might end up pulling the system kind of in a way parallel towards the coast right here. So that's kind of what we're looking at. The main question is, and I see three big scenarios with this, is there are going to be a situation where A, we see a stronger ridge kind of influenced by Henrietta kind of doing by kind of surging the intensity and of that ridge and kind of allowing the system to track further to the west. B, is a trough going to develop and pull the system out to sea, or C, a rather strong trough, or C, is even a weak trough going to develop and then the system potentially intensifies at a rate where it kind of gets caught onto that and then gets dragged out to sea there. So it's a lot of uncertainty in that regards, and we'll have to pay attention to that. And I'm just showing you this because we need to at this point weigh our options right here and go over everything piece by piece. So that's kind of what we have right here. And this is basic synoptics, troughs and ridges right here, and kind of why we're seeing a bit more of an uncertain situation right here in regards to our model guidance, because it all depends on what the trough and what the ridge does and how it steers the tropical cyclone. That's your steering currents right there. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our audience. Not our audience, but turn it over to the people in the call and ask kind of what their thoughts and their opinions are on the troughs and the ridges, and kind of go over that aspect of it.
My personal opinion, I think the ridge is going to be super strong. I think we can all agree it's going to be a really powerful trough. And a large one at that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is
how
will that trough affect anything?
Yeah.
That's the big question.
That's the main issue we have right here. All right. Anyone else? Anyone at all? Any takers?
About
No, no.
the crops and ridges.
Oh, hold
You
on.
know, it's really gonna depend on.
Hold on, we're having some issues with the stream.
Oh no.
That's not. I'll hold on. I'll try to take care of this. Okay, it looks like we're. Yeah, let me go ahead and change. Let me go ahead and change this real quickly. Apply that. Okay.
They're saying we're back. One of
All right,
them.
we're good. We're
Hold
good.
on.
Okay, it's still lagging quite a bit. Okay, this is a problem. Okay, this is a bit of a problem.
Y'all are good now, right?
All right, we're doing okay. I think we are dropping frames though, but we'll.
Some people are saying it's back.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Man, what the hell is going on?
hold on.
Okay.
Is the wave affecting the stream? That's funny.
Okay.
Too many tabs open. That is a lot of tabs, though, I will tell you.
Okay.
Wait, did the stream crash?
I don't think the stream
Or
could
okay,
have
we're
crashed.
doing okay. Okay, we're
Hold
doing
on.
okay. I think. Let me
Hold on.
let me go ahead and try to get this down to.
Okay, it's back on my end now.
All right, perfect. Fuck
I don't know what to think about this.
me. Okay, all right. Ah, shit. Well,
Some people are saying we're good. Some people are saying we're still not.
something. Okay, this.
So I'm confused now, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah. Yeah, I lowered my.
Hey y'all, can you do us a quick favor and tell us your status right now?
Okay.
It keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah, same for me.
Gone back. Oh goodness.
Eh.
That's
It's
gonna be
good,
fun.
but some bad, but mostly good.
Okay. I
I'm
was about to
still
say,
here.
what the hell
I
is
don't
going
even
on?
know.
Because this is normally not an issue. Okay. Okay, never mind. We're back online.
Waiting for
We're back.
zeros
We're
to
back.
come.
We're good. We're okay.
Wait, how do you know?
I'm seeing it on OBS.
No one even told us yet.
OBS. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
was it
okay.
on you too?
We're
That's
okay. Yep,
kinda
we're
crazy.
okay. All right,
Hold
we're
on.
okay. We're okay. It's gonna take a few seconds to show up on YouTube, but we are okay for right now. I do apologize for that. Okay. One in the chat if you guys if your
Hold
guys'
on, I'm
stream is
gonna
doing
wait.
okay.
All right, we got.
All right. Okay.
Okay, we're doing.
All right, all right, we're
A
holding
lot of
firm.
people are telling us we're doing good.
Okay, we're doing all right. Perfect. It was just an issue with my internet.
All right,
That was not fun.
awesome.
Okay. All right, we're back. We're doing all right. So let's get restarted. All right. Okay. All right. So anyway, let me look at this. Stream is not good. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right.
It's gonna be real fun.
All right. Let's go ahead. Like I was saying, let's go ahead and talk about kind of to the people in the call. What's your take on what we're seeing with the troughs and ridges, and kind of what should we be looking out for?
Oh, it's really delayed though.
Stream's delayed.
I think the stream's delayed because everyone's saying one now.
No, hold on. I'll look.
Stream's delayed because everyone's
very
saying
recently?
one now.
No, it's
Okay.
not. We're good to go. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
All right. Let's continue. So we're
So-
talking about troughs and ridges. What are your guys' take?
For troughs and for ridges, right? So there's a lot that could go on, and the troughs and breakers are the biggest factors that we're seeing in the system. Go on, and how strong the ridge is, how strong anything that could break down the ridges, including Canadian shortwaves. Alex talked about a shortwave in Georgia and northern Florida. I would love for him to tell me more about that because I'm not seeing it personally. A low in the middle of the Atlantic. Also, hold on.
Okay. So
I-
while you're looking at that, Alex just said, just noticed 97L is southwest of the global guidance right now. I wonder how 0Z reacts to
Really?
that.
Do we
Okay.
have a map on that?
Yeah, if you could, Alex, if you could show us that, that would be much appreciated.
What the?
What?
Hold on. What the? I'm
What?
checking something real quick. Hold on. What the? What the? I'm
What?
checking something real quick. Hold on. What the? What the? Quick check real quick. Hold on. I'm
What?
checking something real quick. Just want to see if it comes up. What the? What the? Quick check real quick. Hold
Okay,
on.
what?
It's the normal YouTube delay. I thought we were delayed for a moment. Quick check real quick. Hold on.
What?
There is weird sound delay. There's like audio glitching yet.
Okay. Do I sound normal now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Do I sound normal
Yes.
now? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Yoshi. Do I sound normal
Yes.
now? Go ahead and. Go ahead and. All right, perfect.
It's really a lot of things are going to depend, right? How strong the ridge is, how strong
All
anything
right,
that
perfect.
could get the ridge. It's really a lot of things are going to depend,
Alex
right?
did tell
How strong
me
the ridge is, how strong
Okay.
anything that.
Okay, who Yoshi. All right. Who is currently repeating? Okay, who Yoshi. All right.
I don't hear it.
Who is currently repeating? Oh, I hear it. It's Is it from my end? Oh, it's from my end. I'm an idiot. Okay. I'm an idiot.
Good.
Gonna have to explain this like 4 times.
We're good. My bad. Okay. I was just looking at I was looking at my stream.
Did you
to fix it.
accidentally like turn on the echo feature?
No,
That'd be
no,
super
that was my
funny.
fault. That was my fault.
Future Area is really speaking to us. It doesn't like it. Doesn't like us.
Okay. Are we
Are we
good
good?
now?
Let me check real
Are
quick.
we good now? We're good.
Okay, I don't hear anything. So that's good.
Okay.
Like anything out of the ordinary anyways.
All right. We're good.
All right. Chat, do me a favor real quick and tell me if it's all right. Some people are saying we're good.
It's good.
Okay. I'm going to assume that we're good. All right.
And
All right,
it's not
awesome,
delayed
awesome.
too, so that's good news. It seems.
Not it's not delayed. We have no weird sounds. So hopefully
This will be a fun stream highlight.
we can actually get to this.
Okay, let's talk about troughs and
Absolutely.
ridges.
Oh, wait.
Now we can do that. We can do that.
Okay. So, fourth time explaining this now. A lot of things are really gonna it's gonna depend on a lot of things. The strength of the ridge itself, the strength of anything that could break the ridge, such as short waves and lows. And two things that come to mind for me are both short waves, pretty much small troughs that could break the ridge. One is in Canada, but Alex did point in live no mic, he did tell me of a shortwave in the middle of the United States, which could actually, he says at least is raising it's getting pushed up, which makes sense because it's closer to it and it has a lot more power towards it. So if we do get these troughs in the time, then it could be pushed up across the East Coast, or even, if the people are lucky, much more east. But I doubt we're going to see a recurve pattern. I really doubt it because we're seeing it's more south than what a lot of models are saying, and it's the rage is gonna be slightly stronger too. We've seen that the models correct towards that. So we're likely to see. I gotta be careful on what I say. I was almost gonna say something I would regret.
Okay.
What we're seeing right now is slightly higher chances of United States landfall pattern, especially towards the East Coast. Are we going to see that? I want to say I don't. I'm going to say I don't know. Do we have the chance to see something like that? Absolutely. So I'd personally recommend everyone to closely watch this. Don't panic, and don't do anything yet. You should have your hurricane kit ready, but you should have had that ready for all of a year. So it's not a reaction to this, it's a reaction to the fact it's hurricane season.
All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting development. Okay, Alex is also sending us stuff from
Where?
in live no mic. Yeah, at least in the returns we're getting so far. This is the 18Z. This is the 18Z GF, 12Z GFS, and 18Z Icon. It's definitely further southwest, and it's definitely stronger than the guidance. Those are both pieces of news I did not want to hear. Yeah, that's pretty big.
I do want to see Zero Z models react to this. Hold on, where is this? That is above all the Cabo Verde Islands, and at least where I want to play, I'm gonna place for center. It's slightly more south. Yeah, that's what is that? The 15 line, I believe.
Yeah.
This doesn't give me anything. All right, that's fun. 18Z is even more northeast. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna cause some problems. Okay.
That definitely is.
Icon should be coming out in a few minutes, actually. So
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
I think we all are at this point.
that should show up in Pivotal Weather
Wow.
very soon.
The GFS is way north.
Oh,
And
there
not
we go.
way north, but
We
it's
got
north.
it.
Oh, we got it?
Let's
Icon's
see.
running. Look at that.
Icon's running.
All right, we have
Let me
our
check.
first.
So I'm going to
piece-
initialization here.
Let's go to East Atlantic.
All right. The moment of truth. Can we? Yeah. it's like 10 to 20 miles south now.
Wow.
It was above this one island, and now it's south of it.
Yep.
I don't know if Pat's seeing it, but like, hold on. Yeah, everything's good.
Yeah, I
Oh,
have.
I can't share my screen. That
I got it.
sucks.
I'll
Okay.
I'll do that for you. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. Where is my thing? Share screen. Thank you. Is it all right? You guys can see it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let me F11 this and we can get started. Okay, so this is the icon, the German model. And as you see, let's actually go back here. This is the 18Z model. Let me check. Yes.
All right.
And it is 18Z. So this is the 18Z model right now. We got a very broad system with a Vort maximum above this one island. I don't know what it's called. If anyone can tell me, that would be really nice, and I would really appreciate it. So, it's above this island in the Cabo Verde Islands. And then, if we take a look at our new one here, it's about 10, 15, 20 miles south. Now, this doesn't seem like a very, how do you say it, big difference, right? But it is going to affect it later down the line a good bit,
Yep.
especially if it starts becoming a trend. Let's look at 24 hours in the future, because even with this, it could still be more north or way more south just due to how steering works. Let's look at this.
Right.
It look of a Vort Max that originates from it seems to be a bit more north, but the vorticity signature itself is about the same. Let's look at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's no more
you
south.
guys seeing this?
What's
You
up?
guys seeing this? 18Z, 18Z, 0Z. Pat, get
Hold
on.
up.
You seeing the screen? This is 18Z.
All right.
Tell me when you're good.
Let me go ahead and show.
This
how
is
we look.
18Z.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. This is 18Z at 42 hour, and this is 0Z at 36. As you see, it has gone a good bit more south, initially anyways.
Yes.
Again, just because it's doing this here doesn't automatically mean there's more United States impacts. However, it does make it easier for this to have United States impacts. Let's look at 42 here. Yep, we're seeing the same,
Yep.
although it is a bit weaker and a bit slower.
Yeah, I'm looking at this.
So
That's
I'm
a
gonna
shift to the
F11 out of this.
southeast by a considerable margin right there, and it's also stronger too on vorticity as well. I'm
Oh,
noticing
someone
that.
gave me the island names. Perfect. I
All
believe
right,
the
Swimson
island
with
it was
another
at.
a $5 donation. Let's compare the initialization of the 0Z runs
Let's go.
to the estimated center based on live satellite. Thank you very much for all the
That'd be
donations
super
tonight.
fun.
We really appreciate that. Also, like the stream and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're back up to 300 concurrent viewers, so be sure you go ahead and do that. Any support to the Pat's Path Predictor channel is very much appreciated. So thank you very much for everything you've done, despite all the audio issues and all the other problems we've had. We're coming back, and we're coming back strong. But Yoshi, please continue.
So the island. So someone in backstage did tell me what the island names are, and now I'm gonna need some Portuguese guy to probably help me with this one. But I believe the island is called Ilha de São Nicolau, if I got that correct.
All right.
But yeah, it was north of that island. Now it's south of it, and downstream it created a good amount of effects.
Oh.
And we got another update. So I'm going to share my screen once again. Unless it's still there. Okay, awesome. I didn't end it.
Yeah, I
Gonna
got you.
F11 this. So this is 48 hour. It looks fairly strong. Yeah,
I got
it's more towards the southeast. It's awesome. So this is 18Z, and this is 0Z. It has a more southeast trend here. I'd say trend. Tick.
yeah.
So it's certainly interesting to look at this. And looking at all this, I would say that the icon for at least a good rest of run is gonna be going a bit more south.
Oh wow.
It would be nice if the icon updated faster, but that's what we have right now so far. Let me stop streaming.
Okay.
Yeah,
let me
if
go
anyone else
ahead
wants to
and
talk about that so far, that'd
shift-
be nice.
Let me go ahead and
Hold
shift
on.
over to this.
Hold on. Alex did just tell me something backstage. Notice how it gets tugged west-southwest by vibrato disturbance it's still attached to.
Oh.
I haven't noticed
see
that,
that.
but Alex notices a lot of stuff that I don't notice for some reason. Whereas, for some reason, it didn't do my thing. Okay. So let's look at that here, actually. So let's look at how it strengthens here. Oh,
I see.
that's super interesting, actually.
Oh.
That is super interesting.
Yeah.
So this is at its peak, right?
Yes.
And then it gets tugged. It gets tugged west-southwest slightly. And then it just goes in a west to west-southwest motion. So something's tugging that along. And from what I hear, it's a shortwave to its south. So Icon,
yeah.
I really don't like you.
I'm noticing I'm
Because
starting to notice
I
it slightly.
don't have.
Yeah, I
Oh,
noticed
there we
it
go. 500
lately.
millibar height anomaly. I was not looking in the right
All right.
place. Let's look at it as it goes through, right?
Yep.
So goes up and then goes south.
Yeah.
It goes west southwest.
Yeah,
And
there's a shortwave.
I'm personally not seeing what's doing this.
Charlie.
I don't know if anyone else is, so that would be
Charlie,
There's
weird.
what are
the
you looking at?
shortwave. Like if you look to the east.
Oh, that can do that? Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So this thing right here is pulling it. It's a weird way of pulling it, but I can see it. Okay. So shortwave off of Africa forces it to go west southwest. That is super and it keeps going west southwest too. So looks to be another tropical wave, but I'm not completely
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Might
there
be a
is one
tropical
that's
wave,
about
not a
to splash
short wave.
down.
That's super interesting.
Yeah, I can confirm
right.
it's a tropical wave. I can confirm
Awesome.
it is. I'm looking at it right now on satellites.
So yeah, it's
yeah, that's
more south and it's slower. So it's certainly an interesting thing, right?
yeah, that's
here.
getting that could potentially
it's
pull it
this.
down if it's
Oh.
that strong.
Oh,
strong.
that just looks like a piece of it. You know, no, it makes sense. Okay, Alex is saying something else, which makes a lot more sense. Let's go back to 500 here. That's F11 this. He's saying, let's look. So you see this, right? 18-hour.
Yeah.
So let me
pull it. Let me pull it.
I wish I had some sort of drawing program, but sadly I don't. But he says it's this thing down here. It tries to go towards it.
Yeah, that would
and
make more
therefore
sense.
goes down to it.
Yep.
So I thought it was just a part of a thing, but I'm completely wrong at that. So, but yeah, that makes a lot more sense, honestly. So now it's finally moving north, it looks like. Yeah, it finally moves north at about. I have no coordinates, so that's funny.
Okay. All right.
Either way, it does look like to be stronger and more south. I need to confirm that through dynamics real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That is.
Yeah, it's a big
That
tug
looks
south on tropical tidbits.
okay.
Oh,
Yep.
it's on there.
Alex is telling me more stuff.
Yeah. Our
Maybe the
behind-the-scenes
shortwave
guys
is
are
the
really-
remaining 7 part of 97L parent wave access.
So by the
Okay.
way, Henriette is supposed to strengthen the ridge.
This is, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, this
That's-
is
we
It's
talked
Me
about that a good
Zero,
while ago.
live on the air. What do you have for us?
Yeah.
It's me and Zero.
So in my opinion, the weaker it stays in the next 48 hours, the more south it's probably gonna go due to that thingy down south that's gonna pull it.
Yeah.
And the weaker the weaker it stays, the more of a land threat it's gonna be. Yep.
Yeah. That's interesting. Go
So
ahead.
yeah. Also, I see the halves cluster go farther south than before.
Yeah, at least the early
That is
returns.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
this isn't a subtle shift down on the icon. This is actually a pretty considerable dive, at least 33 hours out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Also, shear's gonna be pretty low for this system, which is also take a look at the shift. Had the halves cluster did.
Oh
uh,
my.
what's going on.
No ball.
This halves cluster shift. It was up here near 20 degrees north before. Oh no, it didn't. It actually. Oh, my bad. Yeah. It's H1 and H4 seems to move north, while the halves cluster prefers to stay south.
Okay. Okay, the hurricane runs aren't in yet. I'm just curious, but yeah. All right.
Yeah, still like 2 hours till the hurricane
All right.
model starts running.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a pretty interesting development right here. We have, at least from the early returns on the icon so far, we have a west-southwest shift in the run. I want to compare this to the 18Z just for context. And the 18Z had it, but it was a lot more subtle. And it took place not as long, and it was more so west than west-southwest. 0Z is a lot more obvious. Like, look at this. It starts going, then it starts digging further to the west-southwest. Like, in the span of about 24 to 33 hours. That is a huge development for two reasons. The first reason is because what we have going on here is this drives it if it drives further to the south, at least initially, that could put more areas in the line of fire for tropical development. The second reason it's so concerning is because what's going to happen in the long run right here? And, okay, Delta's sending me a GIF, okay, based on what we have for the last few icon runs. Okay. Oh,
That's bad.
Trending
Slimson
slower.
has donated another $5. Thank you very much for the donation. Take two. We need to compare the initialization of the 0Z runs to the estimated center based on satellite. How does it compare? So far, it's a little...
That's
so far,
someone asked that.
yeah. So far, we're trying to look at that. Let's look at the icon. We can give an early indication as to where that center is, and I'll go ahead and switch over. I'll go ahead and switch over to that here with this center right there on the initialization. Trying to see if I can try to get one. At least let's try to look on satellites. At least at zero z right here. Actually, no, we can pull this up on current storms and go to 97L. Current location where it was at 0Z was about 16.5 degrees north, 23.4 degrees west. Based on the initialization of the runs, how accurate would this be based off of that? Like, compare. Oh, what do you guys think? Those are your chords.
What were the coordinates again?
16.5 north, 23.4 west.
16.5 north. 16.5 north, 24 point
23.4 west. My
4
apologies.
west.
That seems
All right. So I'm going to go to my site here since it has ATCF. I believe this is 0Z. We're looking at. Oh, that was okay. I would love a model site that actually gave me coordinates. Well, I guess
I think
Tropical
that I
did.
think that's in and around what it was.
Yeah, probably just about. Let me check. Icon. Let me do. All right. For some reason, this is stupid. All right. Icon. Trying it on a different site. Hopefully, it'll work. This is getting stupid. All right, 850, and then
All right.
looking at it here, we got. I'd say. Goodness, I can't tell. I can't tell anything actually. Hopefully, I can zoom in. Northeast, southwest, tropical. Okay, I can't tell on anything.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right. I'm trying to give my best estimate on.
Yeah, I don't
Try
know. I
weather
can't
models.
answer that.
Yoshi, try weather models because on that weather models, no weather nerds. I'm sorry. On
Okay.
weather nerds,
I don't
you
think.
can
I
get
don't
Oh, we
think
got
Weather
chords.
Nerds is icon.
We got chords from
Oh, they do.
Delta. Um,
Let's go.
initialized at 16.65 north and 25.36 west. That is a little
Ooh.
south and way further east than what we were looking at. Okay.
Okay.
16.5 and 23.4. Yeah, it's a lot further to the
And then
east.
icon was 16.4. Okay.
So, the icon, the previous run, it was at like at 108 hour previous run, 21.90 degrees north, 53.69 degrees west. This run, it is 20.09 degrees north, 52.53 degrees west.
Oh,
That's a way farther east and way farther southeast, Tug,
this
by
is
icon.
the icon
That's,
is calling for a slower system. Okay.
yup. And it's farther south. It's way farther south than before. That's gonna be a problem
Let me
if it
change my map
ends
here
on
because
like
this is
that.
gonna get interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I see it.
That is way more south.
Yep. Yep, I see it. Okay.
I'm not sure what to think about this. So the ridge is a bit weaker, it looks like.
Oh,
It's actually
Alex
slightly
just said the ridge is
stronger.
slightly stronger. Oh, weaker.
Nope.
Never mind.
Oh,
My
never
bad.
mind. It is slightly weaker. We'll have to
It
see what
looks weaker to
happens.
me.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens with that, but okay.
Crazy.
What we're doing now is we're dissecting the early returns of the data for those just tuning in. And Zero Z Icon has this, at least early on, a bit further to the south and further to the east than the initial anticipation.
It'd be interesting. Tropical tidbits show position coords on model ones. Yeah, but the thing is that they don't have vorticity maps. The ones I want, anyways.
Yeah. All right, but anyone else, what are your guys' thoughts based on what you're just hearing?
Not a lot so far. I'm getting conflicted with the weaker ridge and the better placement.
Yeah.
It's really going to depend on what the icon does in the next few frames here. Like, so far, it does still have it more south than last run.
Yeah, for sure.
A good bit.
But in the meantime,
Also
the
But that
interesting.
difference is shortening.
yeah,
Yeah, but um, for now it's moving almost due northwest. Like, but it's still farther south than last run.
It
It's
is.
also weaker than last run.
Slightly. I want to say
Yup.
slightly, yeah.
yeah. All right, so we have about 350 people in the stream right now. That's pretty incredible. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. So please be sure you go ahead and do that. Well, yeah, let's see if we can get 34 more subscribers tonight. Let's get up to 12,800. That would mean a lot to me. I'd really appreciate that. So, yeah, we have a lot more people joining the channel. So I just figured I'd shout that out right there. But in terms of what's going on here at the Zero Z runs, yeah, they're pretty interesting. Yeah, the icons definitely has us on our toes as well. Let's look at the. I'm taking a look at the vorticity as well, just to see what's going on with it. At least the 8.
Welcome back.
Hey, Weather Kingdom. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh man, things are getting interesting. Okay, there's the 500. I'm just looking at the other level vorticity just to see this. Okay, down at 850. Okay, down at 850, that vorticity definitely closes off. It starts closing off about here. It actually
Watching the
closes. We
Are you
start
guys
seeing.
watching the other wave that is right on the heels of 97?
Oh,
I don't think it forms.
I've seen some. Let me look
What
at
does the
this.
intensity model show in the next few days?
Okay, take it with a.
Okay. People are asking about intensity. I'm gonna answer everyone who's going to and who has asked about intensity. It is too early right now. I can't say.
We have guidance. We're not sure of what's going to happen.
how's the icon looking? Like in how to see model run again?
It's
Or
too early to determine, but
okay,
based on what we're seeing, it's further to the south and further to the east than the rest of than what we've seen previously. I didn't
not
mean to-
surprising.
Ooh.
What?
By the last frame, the icon moved west northwest.
at what is it, 120 hours?
Yup.
Let me look at. Okay, let me take a quick.
The last 2 frames. It's been moving west northwest.
Let's look at that. That's interesting. Okay. It's definitely shifted a little bit. That's for sure. Yeah, that we're gonna have to watch this. Oh yeah, that's definitely shifting, moving a bit more to the west northwest. So that's something to watch. Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is there anyone here that has any thoughts about what's going on?
Okay,
From
so I have new info.
All right.
So based off of 12Z on the 8th, it was at this time 26.18 degrees north, 60.50 degrees west, while on the same hour this run, it is 22.20 degrees north, 50.14 degrees west.
What was it?
That's a huge south shift. It was, wait, let me recheck. It was 26.24 degrees north and
Oh.
60.8 degrees west in the previous 12Z run.
Oh.
wow.
That is.
Wait, what?
So we.
That is
Oh man.
4 degrees off
So
to
you
the
said
north.
12Z August. You said
Good enough.
12Z August 8th.
August 10th, my
August
bad.
10th.
Crazy.
So
Yep.
does anyone have
Let
the
me see. Let me see.
132 hour
Let me see.
out?
I'm looking at this.
Because if you look in the chat, live
That
no
is
mic.
a
Oh
considerable
wow.
shift to the south. That
Oh
is
great.
a massive problem.
Damn it.
What's up, Weather
Not
Kingdom?
out to see where I live.
Is actually kind of bad for what I'm seeing. My
Yeah,
goodness.
that is a significant drop. Like this,
That's almost 4 degrees off to the south.
yeah. For those of
That's
you who
like
do not
4
know,
degrees.
sorry to cut you off, Zero. I just wanted to
Yeah,
compare it to
nah,
miles very
no
quickly.
problem.
For those of you who do
Yep.
not know, that is a jump of about, I'd say, 250 plus miles to the south.
Wow.
Go ahead, it's Zero. I
Great.
apologize.
Dang.
Yeah,
Also,
that's quite a
it's
jump.
now going west northwest. Earlier, like at 12Z, it shifted out to sea.
Yeah.
It's going near the Florida, the mainland U.S. coast. This one.
Just watch now. All the 0Z runs have it right for the United States.
The trough in Canada is starting to get closer though. I want to see how it reacts to that.
One thing I will say is, what was okay? Yeah, that is a
So 144 hours is in.
okay.
I want to see what happened.
Really slow.
Okay, here's 144 hours.
That probably means it's gonna
Oh,
try to turn north soon.
okay. Sorry to cut you guys off, but the icon is actually. Let me look at this compared to 12Z. Actually, hold up. No, it's about the same it's not the same in intensity. It stays a relatively weak system all the way until it gets closer towards the Southwest Atlantic. All right. Yeah, it's okay. 0Z at 93 hours out. It is stronger and further to the south. There's a lot more
Yeah,
data to come in tonight,
stronger.
but we'll have to pay attention. We have 335 people in the stream right now. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. We are 30 subscribers away from 12,800. Let's see if we can hit that tonight. That would mean quite a lot to me. I would really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and try to hit that goal. So yeah, let's go ahead. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, this
Yeah,
is.
look. Something's messing it up.
What do you mean?
It's just stalling there now.
Huh.
Can anyone see why?
I'm looking very
I
quickly.
can look on.
Probably because like it's surrounded by varage, meaning that like it doesn't have that much flow
Wait a
going
minute.
on.
Hold up. Oh, I was
That's what
looking
I'm
at this
thinking.
completely wrong. Oh,
Hmm.
okay. Yeah, this is compared to the 12Z. Oh, yeah. Now I'm seeing it. All right.
I think it's
Ron,
being caught under the retrograding ridge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ron Player's asking, do you think the South will be a trend with the models? Icon is just one model. Right now, I want to wait and see. I'm thinking it might be, but we'll have to see what happens. Also, go to 150 hours out in the 0Z. It's a lot more to the south and a lot more to the west compared to what we've seen previously. Now, it has slowed down. Also, let me look at this. Hold up. I'm looking at this. Okay. Oh, this
Come
is
on.
yeah,
The
it's
rest
a
of the icon
lot
can't
further
go
to the
fast
south.
enough.
This is a lot further to the south than I thought it would be. That is a
Massive shift.
yeah, I really hope this does not verify on other models. I really hope it doesn't.
Yeah,
And
Alex does say it's going to recurve, though. I do believe that because of the Canadian trough is getting awfully close there.
Yep. Yeah, but okay, yeah, but still a noticeable shift.
Absolutely.
We'll have to see what happens. If
okay,
this is just a one-time thing, we could go, okay, yeah, we'll have to pay attention to that. But if this is a consistent trend and we keep seeing this, like not just on the icon but on all the models,
It is a consistent trend.
really.
It is a consistent. I'll show you a tweet. It's a consistent trend.
Please go ahead and show that. I'd like to take a look.
Let me try to find it. There we go.
Thank
Bam,
you.
bam. And live no make.
Okay. All right. This is all right. Florida Tropics 3-run trend. It is okay. All right. To those watching the stream right now that are looking at this, yeah, the icon has just been shifting further and further and further to the southeast. That is, yeah, we're gonna need to watch this
That's not good.
more closely.
Now the main question is, will that translate into it being closer to the United States?
That's the big
And
question.
you know,
It
there's
depends on the
ways that it
Canadian
could be
trough.
more south, but also not be closer to the United States.
Yeah. All right.
But looking at
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
it is closer to land.
Yeah. All right. Who wanted to speak?
I was just gonna say that I think it really depends. It's like it's kind of getting caught on the Canadian trough at like 168 hours.
Sure. Yeah. We'll have to see if this trend continues. But one thing I am curious about is this is actually moving slower and slower each run as well. Yes, it's further to the south, but it's moving at a slower pace as well. That might be a little bit of that might honestly be a little bit of good news for at least two-pronged. At the very least, it gives us more time and more data to look at. And at the very most, it moves slow to the point where when the ridge potentially retrogrades, it gets yanked out to sea. But still, it's trending closer to land at this point. I don't like this. This is a net negative return, in my opinion, over the last 24 hours. Yeah. I know GFS starts coming in somewhat shortly. Actually, no, that's not for another hour and a half, I don't think. Not for another hour, I don't think. But yeah, that's what we have for you. Okay, we have 370 people in the chat right now. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. It helps the channel out, and you could, and it really means a lot if you would support, show us some support. Thank you very much. Also, join the Storms United Discord server to see some behind the scenes. It's in the pin chat over here. We'll get you guys in to the server, and we'll have you guys taken care of. So be sure you guys go ahead and join that. We would really appreciate you being here.
Okay, I do want to say,
Yeah.
if you look in live no mic, it doesn't take the trough on icon.
It doesn't.
Not taking the trough as effectively as I thought it would be. Yeah, it's
That's what I'm
still
saying.
stalling
And
there.
also Alex is saying.
Yeah.
It's just stalling there.
Let me see something very quickly because let me see something very quickly because I want to pinpoint the water temp in OHC and see what's going on here. So this is at about
500.
about 27-ish degrees north, 66.7 degrees west. So looking at that, I know your culprit. I know the culprit.
Yeah.
We're looking at almost 30 degrees Celsius of waters over there.
What is it?
That's why it's intensifying so fast.
It's not
And OHC.
Yeah, it's intensifying, but also like, why is it stalling there? That's what I want to know personally.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
This is. We're starting to lose frames again. Hold on. Let me make some adjustments on here.
No.
Okay. Let's go to 2000. We're watching it. We're watching it. We're fixing the issue.
Take your bit rate down. Take your bit rate down a bit.
It's down to like 50. It's down to like 2,000 to 1,500. 2,000. I might drop to 1,500 if this keeps going on. Okay. Okay. All right. We're good. We're back. This was just. It was a small hiccup. Small hiccup, guys. Small hiccup. Didn't affect anything too much. Small hiccup. We're okay.
In between the ridge and the trough, it really loses steering. You know what? Yeah. It can't. Oh, this and this. Okay. So it's still very much trough related. Okay.
All right.
And that's the end of the run,
okay.
so we don't know what it's going to do next. Awesome.
Interesting.
All right, for those in
Very
the stream,
interesting.
if it's delaying you a little bit, just go ahead and refresh it. It should be okay now. All right, but anyway, while that's happening, let's go ahead and finish this out. All right. Yeah. Why is it stalling there? That's the I want to look and see what's coming up with.
It's because it's between a trough and a ridge.
I figured. That explains it. That explains it.
It's very slowly trying. In the last frames, though, for what I see, it's very slowly trying to creep its way towards the U.S.
Let me see
Very
this.
slowly. Well, rapidly intensifying, too. That's a solid 75 knots.
Oh, this goes from 1,000 millibars to 979. That's close to rapid intensification.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll go ahead and increase. Okay, I'll go ahead and increase this to. All right. We're okay now. All right, perfect.
Awesome. We can just wait a few minutes until the GFS comes.
Yep.
It should be in a few minutes.
Yeah, it should be. It's usually around this time when it starts to slowly trickle in. We'll know soon. I want to look and see
See
what
model data.
model. Okay. All right. All of it's okay. Okay. The RDP. Okay. This is the regional. But yeah, we have our first run. The first model icon is in. We'll know more in a few minutes. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's interesting. Let's look at her. Okay, hurricane models. Okay, nothing there.
Hurricane models don't update until about an hour or two after.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first data in for 0Z guidance. It's just the icon, but still, it's very helpful that we are getting this now. So we'll have to keep a very close eye on this, obviously. But yeah, this has been quite the situation. Also, we are 22 subscribers away from 12,800. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and like the stream if you guys haven't already. And share the stream with a friend, a family member, and get the word out that we are looking at this so we can get more people engaged with weather. That would mean a lot, and I would really appreciate that. But yeah, at least with the data we have so far, all indications are further to the south and further slightly to the west from the icon compared to the 12Z and the 18Z. So that is quite a concerning trend. So okay,
That is a big ridge over the eastern United States at that last frame on the icon.
let me look. Let me go ahead and zoom continental. Yeah, I can actually look at this in the North America.
Got like a 594.
Yeah. Let me see. 500 millibar heights. Okay, yeah. How do I... Okay, I'll just look at this on Tropical Tidbits. 500 millibar heights. No, that's... Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's interesting. So... All right. It's currently 10:35 my time. We should have an idea of what's going to be happening pretty soon. John's also in the stream, but before we get to him, Ramen Lover donated $5 to the stream. Hey Pat, just wanted to pop in, donate, and say hello. Thank you very much for the $5 donation. We really appreciate it here on the Pat's Pathbreaker channel. Thank you so much for all the support you guys have given tonight. Any support is appreciated as always. But John, how are you doing?
Doing all right. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful, man. We've had a few stream issues, but we just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger every single time. And yeah, for early 0Z data is coming in too, so we're watching that as well.
Good to hear. Let's see what 0Z brings us.
Yeah, we have the icon that's in. The main thing we're watching with this is it's definitely further to the excuse me, words. It's definitely further to the south and further to the west by quite a margin. So you're going to want to keep a good idea. You're going to have to watch this very closely as this continues to evolve. So, yeah. All right. But yeah. John, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
We talked about this last night, but would a good way to get engaged with weather, would that be joining the Storms United Discord server?
Absolutely.
Yep. Be sure to join the server. It's in the pin chat above. John and Yoshi and others will let you guys in and take care of you guys. Once you do that, we'd really appreciate you guys coming on. And yeah, just seeing the behind the scenes of what we do. So that would be, yeah, feel free to join. It's right there. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But while we're waiting, I do want to go ahead and I do want to do a poll. on something I want your guys' opinion on.
Okay.
No, this is for the audience, but yeah, what do you guys think the zero Z guidance is going to do based on what we're seeing? What do you think the zero Z guys is going to do? Just in your opinion, do you think it's going to go further north, further south, stay the same? What are your thoughts? I want to have a little fun with this while we wait for data. Hello?
We're here.
All right, just making sure. But yeah. Alrighty, we are getting some responses on the stream right here, but but yeah. So, all right. So based on what we've seen with the icon, guys, what is after we've dissected a lot of the data from that? What are your initial thoughts on that? On what we've seen so far?
It's the concerning trend, I'd say, and I truly hope other models don't go that route
Same.
because that obviously lead to a bigger land threat.
I'm not too surprised. I mean, I was expecting a shift sooner or later, in my opinion, but something to watch. And I'm pretty sure Zero Z's is going to have a massive shift.
Okay, we have some news. The
To the
GFS is currently loading on Cyclonic WX. Alex just sent me that right here. We're going to go ahead and visit that site. Okay, how do we, yeah, it's starting to load in a little bit. How exactly do we operate this here? Variables. Okay, just the first 6 hours are loaded in. But here's your, okay, let's go to 0Z initializing right here. It's actually not initial. This is the region, the Atlantic. I want to go to the East Atlantic right here. Interestingly, the 0Z GFS doesn't really show that much of a low right here. It has a closed isobar, but not really that much of a low over here. Though it does start to show up a little bit west of the Cabo Verdes right here at 6 hours at 1,009 millibars. Interesting.
I do want to say it did on our I think it's like hour 0 hour it didn't do that great with initializing the convection.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Precipitate rate.
So we want to look at two areas here. Our main area, which is going to be the tropical wave itself, and then an area in the central United States, not central, near the Rockies.
All right.
Because that piece of energy will partially determine how this thing is going to steer. If the piece of energy moves more north, then it more than likely will not recurve. But if a piece of energy moves south enough, then it will recurve towards it. The
All
question is, where will this piece of energy move?
Pretty much.
And that's, a lot of models are not really agreeing on this so far. So that's why we've been seeing so much of a difference. Check this now.
Yeah. Someone in chat was asking why it takes the Euro the longest to load in. It was behind the GFS and Euro AI all day. That's because the European ingests so much data. Oh, go ahead.
The reason is because the Euro assimilates data until 12:45 Eastern time. And then it actually starts at about 1:05 to 1:10 Eastern time.
Yeah.
And then it depends on what website you have. Usually the ECMWF site and pivotal weather / weather models are usually the fastest I have. However, the fastest in general would be a site called Storm Vista, which can get it out in like 20 minutes instead of an hour.
Yeah.
So let's look at. Ooh, we got our 12th hour here. Let's
Yep.
go.
We got it.
It's weird.
The main piece of energy is a bit more south, it looks like.
Yeah, it's southwest of the Cabo Verdes, according to the GFS.
That was like dead southwest.
Yeah, I am. I'm a little
I
skeptical,
don't know about that.
to be honest. I am a little
Okay, yeah.
skeptical.
A lot of this energy has moved a good bit south now.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is south, but what's driving that? I want. Let me see
Wait,
what
what happened?
the GFS is a lot further to the south, and it has more of the convection. It has more areas to the south, kind of taking over the main source.
What the?
Oh, yeah.
What
Oh,
the?
it's still.
Hey,
Yeah, it's,
guys, I just want to
Huh?
let you know.
Wait. Hold
It's
on.
just
Hold
the
on.
GFS seems to be having trouble finding the low.
Okay.
The next frame popped up and it's back directly west of Cape Verde.
Okay, that's the 18 hours out. Let's look at main sea level pressure. Okay, this is perfect. All right, we'll zoom in on this, and we will go ahead and go to East Atlantic. Yeah.
It
Okay.
looks
The
like it
initialization
looks like
is.
it fixed itself.
Yeah, it looks like it corrects itself though. All right, here we are at 0Z. What's the 18Z going for? Okay, this is interesting.
What?
I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm just waiting to. I'm vetting this. All right, so 18 hours out. 18Z. The GFS isn't. The GFS is just due further to the west. At least according to this, it's just due west and not due south or north or anything like that. It's just okay. Never mind. Okay, the 0Z compared to the 18Z at the 24 hours is slightly more to the north, but it's a lot more to the west. So that's interesting. Now, granted, there are some. Granted, we'll have to watch and see how that pans out.
I don't like it. The initializing of the GFS.
Yeah, I'm not a huge
Yeah,
fan of it
looks
either.
It doesn't look. It doesn't even look like. I just don't see it being that broad right now.
It's definitely a lot tighter than the GFS is initialized. That's for sure.
But remember, the GFS was tightening up too quick.
Yeah, for sure. Hey Charlie, have you seen the? Have we gotten any more ASCAT today to look at?
I'll check that right now.
Please do, because I'd like to kind of see that as well as kind of extrapolate a bit with this. Okay, 30 hours out. Let's see. Yeah, it's more to the northwest, but the initialization is iffy. That could change, but it's iffy right now. But one
Looks
thing.
to be getting pulled west southwest now.
Yeah, if that happens. But one thing these models are agreeing on, which I do think is interesting, is despite what was going on earlier in the Cabo Verde Islands, they're generally agreeing that this system is going to stay pretty weak. The icon is like fluctuating between 1,008 and 1,006 millibars back and forth pretty sporadically, at least until it gets closer to the Lesser Antilles. The GFS is also weak as well, so they're holding off on development until further out. So that's an interesting trend we're noticing. So we're also, and I think part of the reason we're seeing more of a southward shift on some of these models is because it's taking more time to organize and develop, kind of like what I was initially projecting when we were first talking about this about like 5 days ago. So that's what we have.
Pat, live no mic.
All right, Charlie. Okay, we have some ASCII. We have right here. I'm going to take a look at this. Yeah, it's definitely okay. Yeah, it's definitely a strong system. It's definitely a stronger system for sure. 30 knots is in there, it's definitely pretty consolidated for sure. Hold up. It's definitely pretty consolidated as well. Uh-oh. Oh no. Hold on.
Huh.
Yeah, stream's lagging a bit. I'm cutting it down.
Not again.
Don't worry. We're fixing it. We are fixing it. Yeah, the Wi-Fi's been having problems all night. So okay. Yep. I know. We're fixing it. Okay.
Bit more southwest.
I'm about tempted to make a technical difficulty screen in addition to the seizure warning.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, we're starting to okay. We're fixing it. We're fixing it right now.
Bear with us, folks.
Okay. We're doing our best. We're doing our best.
Oh, 36 hours has a, yeah, west-southwest shift.
Hold up. Yeah, this is the internet that's a problem. Okay. Okay, we're coming back. We're coming back. All right. We're good. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
Awesome.
All right, we're back.
Let's go.
We're okay. Yes. All right. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard
All right.
Alex say
We're okay.
anything.
We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
We're going to have a lot of bloopers tonight.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna have quite a bit.
Okay. We'll be all right. We'll be all right. All right. Okay. Oh.
It's not good. The new GFS is not looking good.
All right.
It's slightly
Much
more
more
south and west.
I'm looking at this.
Wait,
Boy.
Oh, it's slightly there.
Yeah, this is at the latitude of the Greater Antilles. This is not good.
Nope. Let's compare this to the 18Z and the 12Z.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
shift to the southwest.
Yeah, it's really shifting south.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Live no mic real quick. We got a better representation.
Okay. All right, I'm showing this to this audience. All right. Okay, guys. Stream okay? One in the chat, stream if the stream is okay.
Do me a favor, bros.
All right. I think we have a little bit of a delay. Okay.
All says if you're still buffering and having issues, refresh.
Yep, refresh if you're having problems, but okay. We're fixed for
Or
the most
And if
part.
you're having
we
problems,
should
we
be
wouldn't
back.
hear you.
Yep. All right, we're good. We're okay. We're okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The latest GFS is almost 1 degree farther south.
Yeah. This is 2 for 2. And not only that, the GFS
This is not good.
not only that the GFS is also is also strengthening the system as well in the around 40 degrees west.
This is gonna be an interesting model run.
Yep.
Yep. Sure will
It
be.
will.
Giving me this is giving me Irma vibes.
Yup.
Somewhat.
I'm starting to see it.
Stop it.
This is the
Now
second
take
time.
that with a grain of salt because it's
Yeah.
still too early for that to happen, but
Yeah.
it's kind of remind me of that right now.
I mean, 54 hours out, and yikes.
Yeah, we're at 1,003
That is in the
millibars.
same latitude of the Western Antilles now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking on X and I found a ASCAT data pass at 22Z. and it is showing almost a close low.
Oh,
I think
97 in no
I
month.
saw that. I think that's from earlier.
Yeah, that's from earlier.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
It
from
is.
that's from a few hours ago.
When's the next advisory on
You know what we
97L?
forgot?
Okay. Oh, okay, we're back. We're
So,
back. I'm
let
not
me get
touching the
the
frame rate
coordinates
anymore if
again.
this happens. Uh
Let me get the coordinates again. 57 hours out. It is 16.45
okay,
degrees
we're
north,
back. We're back.
41.75 degrees west.
Yeah, you're back.
We're
Okay.
not
We're back.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
not touching the
go.
bit rate
We're
anymore.
back.
It's at 1500. Yep, we had a massive drop
Pat,
off in viewers.
Yeah, anyways, I was getting the coordinates of the latest GFS 57 hours out. 16.45 degrees north, 41.82 degrees west.
this
Um,
really shifted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
18Z,
Mm-hmm.
18Z, 16.85 degrees north, 40.36 degrees west. That's way farther west and way farther south. That is not good.
Not to worry you, but I mean, Alex ain't wrong. This is a big reminder of Irma,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
right.
we all know Irma.
Oh, it's going more south. It's
You know what's
16.21 degrees
really weird?
north now.
What's the name of this one?
Apparently, the
Aaron?
GFS is correcting to the
It'll be
euro,
Erna, right?
Yeah.
It's
which is
Aaron.
going to bring a lot of
Ryan.
implications to that.
It's his twin. It's the twin sister.
Yeah.
Direct west motion while strengthening.
Okay.
By the way, can I say
Yeah, this is
something?
actually bad. 63 hours out, and this is still
Okay, that's
moving
moving
south.
southwest.
Who wanted to
That's
say
still
something?
moving
Okay,
southwest.
LTW, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, I see on the GFS model that the ridge also moves west with the storm, so that could keep it more south.
That's a problem.
Uh-oh. Yep.
That's an issue.
72 hours out, 999 millibars,
Yeah.
moving directly west.
Yeah.
Right towards Puerto Rico.
It's moving a bit southwest too.
All right.
Like it's moving west southwest.
Okay. All right. We actually, a little while ago, before this crashed temporarily, got a donation from Esther Esther Carax for $4.99. GFS surprised me. That's 2 for 2 0Z runs with a shift I did not want to and I did not want to see. So yeah, we're definitely seeing that southward trend in the runs. We're gonna have to pay attention to that as well. So yeah, that's quite the situation we've had. Every single one of these models so far have continued to shift further and further and further to the south.
Maybe the European aphis is on it. Hey, European aphis. It's been consistent. All I'm gonna say is it's been showing an Irma track.
Yeah, I think the models are slowly
Also,
starting. Oh, go ahead.
latest coordinates.
Look what Alex just
Sorry
said.
to interrupt.
We're
Sorry to interrupt.
sorry. We're
Alex just
But
said, "Wait,
stop. Okay, one
it
at a
is
time, real
curving,
quickly.
caving into the aphis."
Yeah. Frame rates.
Sorry.
Yeah, frame rates
yeah, I'll go
crashing
first.
again.
Firstly, I've got the latest coordinates. I've got the latest coordinates.
All right.
It's 72 hours out, 16.55 degrees north, 45.06 degrees west.
Okay.
While for 18Z, it was yep, loading, yep. 17.34 degrees north, 44.52 degrees west. That was 18Z.
All right.
That's a huge shift to the south and west. That's almost 1 degrees, one whole degree off.
That's 70 miles. That's
to
a
the
good
south.
60 to 70 miles. Holy crap.
Yep.
Yeah. And another thing, this is just intensifying as well.
Okay, this is actually getting scary.
Yep.
The
I know.
GFS is Oh,
Yep, every
yikes.
single one of these models have trended
992
further south.
millibars, 78 hours out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
So what's going to be the name of this one? Erna?
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron, Irma. It's his brother.
Oh man. Okay.
Just
All right.
joking, everyone. It is not.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. We're doing okay. Uh-oh. All right.
75 hours later, 997.
All right. Once this gets fixed
It's
on
50
here,
knots.
guys, we're ending the stream. We're just crashing at this point continuously. I can't deal with the constant losses of frames with this. I'm going to just end it. I'm sorry, guys, but yeah. Okay. All right. So, as we could see, so basically, okay, hold up. Okay. All right. I'm cutting it short. I'm cutting it short. So, once the frame rate recovers a bit, if it does, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit. All right. So,
Wow.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and end the stream because we're having too many issues with what's going on right here. It was a great stream tonight. We're going to stream again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central starting then. This is a very great stream, and I really appreciate you guys coming out once again. We had almost 400 people in stream at one point. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. So be sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you are new. The goal, as always, is to get more people engaged with weather. If you want to help out, hang out, or ask us questions, once again, be sure to join the Storms United Discord server. The link to that is in the end screen. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end it. Have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe. Oh, hold on, before we go. We got a $5 donation from Icy Shot. Good night, guys. Thank you very much for the donation. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.